I think that there's more than enough evidence here.
Indeed, it's very worrying. Everything seems to indicate that...
Yes, sir! How y'all doing? It's your man's Johnny. Yah Yah, aka Mr. 4. Wow. Welcome back to university. Say what's up if you know what's up, because I already said what's up. Your boy ain't slept in days. Well, I just been working. I got 11 videos done. Y'all should be proud of me. Go ahead and clap it up. Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm trying to be dedicated to y'all. That's enough chat. Let's go interrogate these people and go get this 4.0. So it's on to our next guest. Oh, hold on. Who's this man? Oh, okay. It's the dude I don't know.
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
Oh, wow.
No, nothing special.
Oh, you seem a little defensive there. Insinuate that he looks dodgy. Speak about Elizabeth's death. Don't tell him anything for the time being. What are you... Why would I not tell him anything? What's going on in this corridor?
Lord Mortimer must have informed you of the necessity for everyone to remain in their rooms until further notice.
Certainly, but I'm a guest, not a prisoner. I was looking for a servant, since we don't all, unfortunately, have one at our disposal.
Yeah, right.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
This is her room. Okay. Okay, yeah, we should have been here on the first. Should have been here the first time. The room was a mess before all of it. She got murdered, so I really don't know what's going on. Oh, she's still dead, and oh my goodness! They ain't have to leave the body out like that. A crime of passion, it had to be. You stab a lady 9 times? Hold up. Okay, we not gonna look at the body first. Let's just, the clock is flipped on the ground. Time stuck
Clock
at...
stopped at 3:54.
3:54.
If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
3:54. I should have did this first. I'd have had all the clues. I didn't even know people were lying then.
A pentagram?
Yep.
What the hell's been going on here?
Examine the symbol. What is the connection between this and her death? I remember Mother's books.
Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
Okay. We gonna wait to see if we got something before I use that. Leave this alone.
A notebook.
A notebook?
Written in Elizabeth's handwriting.
What's
It
this
is
say?
written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any skills. That's what I'm looking at.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you.
She did seem to be going
Father
through a lot.
maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again. Long last. Right soon.
Alright.
Your loving sister.
So she had a sister.
Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want. August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I'm driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you.
Wow.
I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you.
I knocked on the door.
Pray every day.
And my knocks went unanswered.
We have so much time to make up.
My friend said,
I
Lenny,
beg you, answer me.
you just ought to forget about her.
Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S.
That horrible woman.
That horrible woman came again yesterday. She
My
spent
mama?
a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
So my mama really might be out here doing women dirty. I have to speak to my mother about her little shenanigans. What's this? Is this, Napoleon Bonaparte's
Pistol?
pistol?
Fairly new, I'd say. And judging by the weight of it, fairly light.
Guess that's stuff you gotta watch out for. Check the inside of the barrel. Observe the grip. Let's look at that.
There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there.
Okay, examine the firearm.
Tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France.
Yeah, this is Napoleon's gun.
It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and well, there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently.
So she tried to defend
Right.
herself with the
I
gun.
shall have to find its owner.
It's Napoleon's gun.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that.
Silk.
I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Let's leave, because we need more. I need more coffee jelly.
Vials of laudanum.
Laudanum. Let's
The
take
label
them.
shows that this laudanum comes straight from America.
Let's take them.
I wonder if Washington's involved.
Take a look at vials. Oh, I thought it said take the vials. Blood on the wall.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
That's the murder weapon. The knife setter is sliced better than cold pizza.
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently.
Okay.
It's covered in blood. Still fresh.
Okay.
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
A two-person job, maybe?
Poor girl bled to death.
That's tragic.
Whoever left that
Footprint.
has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Washington. What are you looking at, bro?
I don't want to be a burden.
Oh. Examine the upper
I
body.
count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with a lot of blood.
Okay.
At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Observance, thank
It
God.
looks as though the wounds were inflicted from a precise angle.
Okay.
As if the murderer was standing behind Elizabeth. Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. The scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
What was my mama doing to this girl?
Wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol.
Observe wrist.
No marks or bruising around the wrists. Doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force. I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth,
Craniectomy.
she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture.
That's what your mama
She
did
also
that you
has
told
old
her was
scars
for a
around the
reason.
neck. Maybe mutilations. What a strange smell. She bled from the nose. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising. Blood,
Legs.
but no trace of blows on the legs.
Oh, please get her feet off the screen.
More tattoos. Similar to those on the rest of her body. There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars. People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By
Okay.
trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
I did not see that. Ooh. She was cutting up, and I'm not talking about jigging.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told
This her
that
daddy?
you're no better, and unfortunately, Your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you.
Okay.
Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother if she still isn't ready.
Mama not happy
Please
with the
don't
fact
judge
she
her.
alone.
I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
But she been traumatized since a kid. They was beating on her, cutting her up, took her chest, replaced it with cow meat.
Knocked over a bottle of wine.
Smell it, but we can't analyze the smell. Okay.
Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting.
What happened to me?
I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Alright, who's next on the list?
What do you want from me, Derishay?
You know exactly why I'm here.
It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We
I don't
both
think
know
you
why
did
you're
it,
here.
dude, but you're
And
gonna
have
make
you
me angry.
got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now is the time.
Oh, I
You
exploited a
don't
vulnerability.
understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
What is
Why is he
over?
behaving like the perfect culprit? What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
Yeah, I don't.
No, you don't.
Well, let me exploit your weakness again. I'll come talk to you later, matter of fact, because you acting like a little punk right now.
A ruble.
Give me your coins. I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner, snared in by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil, who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd
Yeah.
like you to answer a few questions.
I'd like you to answer some questions.
You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself. 2 days ago, I surprised you having a
Let me
go
see if
at
I
Miss
can do it
Adams.
again.
What happened? Did you want to give her another beating?
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're investigator of the year. Have you taken a look at yourself, Derishay?
Uh-huh.
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the
We'll
last
try it
time?
again.
I did not!
Why?
Nothing. Get away from me.
Man, that
Just
was
as soon as you stop treating me like I'm an idiot. If you wanted people to think you were guilty, you couldn't have done any better. So cut the bullshit and come clean now.
I can't! He'll come for revenge.
Yes, I got
Who?
something.
No one! Just shut your trap, goddammit! Yes, I was there. Yes, I walked in her blood. You've got all you need to wrap it up. Now scram!
Hey, yo! I'm in your house. All right, what's in here, Warner? I'm stealing everything in your crib.
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page.
Okay.
Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever obedient servant. So,
Warner had a relationship.
with Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
What can I do for you, Derishay?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer
It's
has
not
appointed
him.
me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
It's
Oh,
Washington.
yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Where were you
Where
last
were
night?
you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly.
All right, then. What was you doing dating Elizabeth?
Excuse me for asking, but Did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
Lie
I found
again.
the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Yeah.
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you.
Well, you lied to
Continue
me.
playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes.
I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Uh-huh. These two about the same. I'm gonna go with this
I
one.
get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her, if that's what you're insinuating.
Who put an end to the relationship? You or her?
It was her. It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
I don't need to ask him no more questions.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Let's speak to you about the piece of fabric now.
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis. Do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily. Are you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some.
Okay.
She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
Yeah.
She
Why?
said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines. Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
Oh, yeah, bro. You're setting him up. It's you, dude. It's time to tell him who the culprit is. Because I know exactly who it is. Alright? It's gotta be somebody in the manor.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
And I go and question my fellow countrymen.
Don't.
You can't even say it's Washington. I don't know. Alright, so this is the facts. Washington, Sir Gregory Home, Lord Mortimer, Piaggi, and Bonaparte were all playing a card game downstairs until 12 o'clock. That is when Bonaparte and Washington left. When Washington left, he said he was in his room reading an article with Emily. Emily won't tell me a jack thing about what she was doing last night. Napoleon didn't tell me what he did afterwards at all. He said he came back to his room, but he said he was sincere. Now, there's an issue. Jacques Peroux is being framed by someone to have been there, but he didn't kill her. Second, there's a white silk dress left on the floor, which I originally thought Emily would have been the person. Emily's sister may have been the person, but Emily only wears black dresses, and her sister has to dress the same so that they're identical. So Emily's sister was not there, and neither was Emily then. I'm only guessing that Emily wasn't there. My mother, though, could have definitely been there. Second, it had to be a woman that stabbed her, so either the woman killed herself or someone killed her. Now, to stab yourself 9 times is a crime of passion. I don't know, but then they put the laudanum in there to give you the idea that she could have became a loon. And it was a lot of laudanum, let's get that out the way, and she was drinking a bottle of it. But why would you commit suicide? Like, why would you suicide kill yourself and someone try to cover up and throw another man under the bus for it? That doesn't happen. Second, Washington can't even be chosen as a suspect, which makes me think no matter what I pick, they're not gonna let me pick the right answer because Washington is lying. What is it? The next thing is Warner didn't do it. I know Warner didn't do it in my mind. The only logical choice I can pick right now is my mom, because one thing that does is it doesn't commit anybody in the house. It commits my mother, who can't defend herself and isn't here. So I'm sorry, Mama, but that's who I think that's who it's gotta be.
From what I've found out, I believe that my mother is the culprit. Even though I find it hard to accept.
Yep.
Sarah? But why her?
I'll tell you everything.
The print left on the knife near the body was left by a slender hand. Without a doubt, the hand of a woman.
And there aren't many female guests. I see. Anything else, Lou?
I'm telling you all the logical facts.
I found a piece of fabric that appears to have belonged to her and proves she was present at the scene of the crime.
Interesting. Anything else?
I'll tell you.
I found out that there was a long history between Elizabeth and my mother. She had been her personal doctor and had tortured her throughout her childhood.
And so she could have tried to silence Elizabeth so the truth wouldn't get out and damage her reputation. It's possible. Have you anything else?
That's all I got right now.
I think that there's more than enough evidence here.
Indeed, it's very worrying. Everything seems to indicate that your
Yes,
mother is
it's
responsible
indicating.
for Elizabeth's murder. Given the distinguished guests and the political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way.
Yeah.
Now
I
that
do.
we've examined the question from all sides, maybe you could explain to me why you asked me here, my lord.
Yeah, let's get to that, because
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
what it's time we spoke about your mother. I don't know what to say to that.
When I first came here, I wasn't that worried. In the past, my mother has taken a few liberties during her missions.
Yeah.
Including disappearing for several days on end.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities and yours in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
Okay.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How
Okay.
did you hear about that?
Me and
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army.
Yeah.
I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Yeah.
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's why I didn't agree
your
with
mother's
that.
aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable.
The man keep rubbing
France
his
is in
eyes.
turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see.
No, I will
Once
not
this
see.
deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It
Yeah?
will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so.
Okay.
I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending?
Of course.
If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over.
What?
Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence.
Did you
here.
lie?
Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
A buyer?
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
Yes.
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears.
Yeah, because
There's something
she's
I
gonna be
still don't
disappointed because her
In
son
your
told
opinion,
her.
why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she's wary of someone. Maybe she discovered something. Maybe she's lost her mind.
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing
I'm
would have
putting you on
stopped her.
edge.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
No, what did
You
she
seem
speak
to know
about?
my mother very well, my lord.
Yeah, what did you speak about? What were you
What did
talking
you
about
talk
mama
about
about?
together?
You talking about mama
Oh,
about?
as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
About to say the cotton gin? Yeah, no, I don't like you talking about slavery.
The armistice between the Russians and the Turks. Russia's come out of it having officially won Crimea, which gives it direct access to the Black Sea.
And, at the same time, the Mediterranean Sea. I'm worried about the decisions Tsarina Catherine might decide to take. She's a woman who managed to get rid of her husband to accede to the upper reaches of power.
Okay.
Gaining access to
Why
the
are we talking about
Mediterranean
this?
Sea remains her main objective. When she still had that dear Potemkin as her lover, I could always find out about her intentions, but those days are over.
Gregory Potemkin?
You're speaking of Grigory Alexandrovich
Oh,
Potemkin?
The
Gregory.
very man. The little devil behind the mother of all Russians. Since his death, I know absolutely nothing of what the Tsarina is up to.
Oh, really?
Why I say it like that?
Yes, I didn't mean to shock you. Please forgive me. Let's just say that, in my position, it is often advantageous to know about the habits and customs of world leaders.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking?
They always
Sarah
talking
and
about
I
it.
spent entire days together
say-
reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Why I'm looking like that? I'm nothing. I know.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn.
I wish I could go back and talk
Your
to them
mother
about this
is
stuff.
a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know.
But I just
I'm
implicated
still
her
very
as a
worried.
murderer.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself.
Okay.
She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol.
What did he say?
Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon?
Hey,
That already happened.
that means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me,
Oh yeah, my
but
mama
between
killed this
that
lady.
and
Then.
the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with.
Mama
I need
a
to piece it
murderer.
all
Mama
together again.
whooping
to
and shooting
see things
folks.
more clearly.
Mama beating
You
they
said
in the
that you spent a
streets.
lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
She's on
I'm
a
afraid I
mission.
haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She
My
never gave
mama
me
is
an
out here
explanation.
clapping folk.
Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
I need to.
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a great stopping point. Let's get it out the way. My mama is a trained homicide professional. She is killing, murdering, stabbing, shooting, running, evading, hiding, eating food, using keys, everything. Her and Hitman would have a hell of a time talking about all the stuff they done. If y'all enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm glad I implicated my mama. At the end of the day, I'm just saying it facts, bro. I told them my mama did it. I snitched on my mama and on family, bro. And that may not mean nothing at this point, but on family, bro. My mama did it. So, I'm out. Peace, peace.
Perfect.
Why, thank you. I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Give him a 4.0 G's.
Certainly, sir.